are a good team, but
NFC South hot take, by the way. Ryan Fitzpatrick is your starter for the rest of the season.
Yo, I've been saying that since the game.
Don't let him deceive you. He's done this plenty.
Dude, he's gonna do his cycle. He's gonna win the starting job, and Jameis is gonna be benched and probably released. They're gonna sign Fitzpatrick to a stupid amount of money for what he is,
and then he'll come crashing down.
He's going to be ass, and he's going to get sent to some other team and do it all over again.
If any team signs a quarterback who's been in the league for 15 years to a big contract, you deserve to be taken for that ride.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is the biggest troll in NFL history. He trolls every team into thinking he's great.
When the Jets signed him to a big contract, I recall distinctly saying, oh God, no. Why would you do this to me? And Buffalo things of that nature.
Yep, Buffalo did the same thing with him. He is the biggest. He is a human troll. That is what he is.
Ridiculous.
All right, moving on. What's the next game?
Bengals Colts. Surprise! Bengals win.
That was a good game. That was fun to watch. Late pick six made that look a lot further apart than it was. That was a very close game.
Did anybody think Andrew Luck was going to be that good? I don't.
I've been saying I don't think Andrew Luck is that good.
I mean, Andrew Luck looked better than I would expect a guy to look coming off of not playing for 2 years.
Yeah, he's shaking some rust off. I think he's going to have a resurgent season. I have him in at least one fantasy league, and I'm excited.
I wouldn't be disappointed if I had him with his performance against the Bengals. Again, it's one game after 2 years of not playing.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Bengals bounce back season, calling it now.
Mixon was looking pretty good.
He's knocking bitches out.
I mean, it looked like he wanted to.
All right. The longest game in NFL history happened.
Yeah, between the Dolphins and
the Titans.
This has to do with a lot of rain delays.
God.
4 hours of rain delays.
Yeah.
That game was just tragic, too. Delaney Walker done for the season.
Yep, got to get him off my fantasy team.
I think the Titans also lost their starting left tackle for the season.
Was it left tackle? I thought it was right tackle.
Something. I think it was a season-long injury as well, though. And then Mariota got hurt as well. I don't know how serious his injury is.
He gets hurt every season.
Yeah, the Titans did a number on themselves in that game.
Yeah, Titans are dead in the water. Dolphins looked better than I thought, but again, Ryan Tannehill, made of glass, so we'll see how long this lasts.
And
how long till Jay Cutler?
No. And let's keep in mind that this Titans team isn't exactly the best defense that you can roll out against a Dolphins team that's subpar at best.
Yeah.
Frank Gore gets 61 yards.
Yep, all right.
Ageless wonder.
The ageless wonder.
49ers kept it close with the Vikings, 24-16.
Yeah, honestly, pretty good showing by the 49ers.
Not by Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, but against a Vikings team that's just,
stacked.
Very dominant. It's definitely a Super Bowl contender. For the 49ers to keep it within one possession is not bad.
Also, one possession game. Patriots 27, Texans 20.
Yeah.
Yep. Again, fun game to watch. Patriots were in pretty good control for the majority of the game. But yeah, Texans are definitely a team to watch.
The surprise of the week: the Buccaneers 48, Saints 40.
Just unbelievable.
Ryan Fitzpatrick with 4 touchdowns through the air, 1 on the ground. 15-year vet looking like he's a
machine.
A fourth-year, first-round high draft pick playing for a contract.
Yeah, what happened to the Saints' defense, too? They're supposed to be a vaunted defense, and they looked terrible.
It just goes to show you last year was an anomaly. They're not that good.
Or this game was, I'll trust a season over a game, but we'll see what happens.
Jaguars 20, Giants 15. A lot better showing from the Giants than I thought.
Yeah, agreed. Their running game still needs work. Their O-line is not good. Saquon had one big run that was impressive, but other than that, he was, I think, before that run, he was averaging like 2 to 3 yards a carry, but it was because he's getting hit in the backfield.
But you're also going up against the number one defense in the NFL. So,
yeah.
I mean, that being said, I'll take over 100 yards in his first outing when it's against the number one defense in the league, and the Giants' offensive line does not look like any improvement has been made. But that being said, you've got 3 out of the 5 new people. It's going to take some time for them to actually gel together. Although Flowers is never going to get better.
Honestly, I've been saying it, and I believe it. I think when you replace that much on the offensive line that quickly, it's not even one season's not enough.
It may take more for it to fully get there. I mean, obviously, no matter what, the Giants are going to have to address right tackle in the offseason. But right now,
they need to address the right tackle right fucking now.
Well, yeah, but what they can do to do that, I don't know. But that being said, I'll wait until pass judgment on this O-line until I get in 4 or 5 weeks into the season. They need to get on the same page, and they clearly did not look it. But that being said, it didn't look like a dumpster fire against the number one defensive line.
No, it was a close game, and it looked like the Giants could have won that pretty, had a couple things going right for them.
And Jalen Ramsey can suck my ass, by the way, because that dude talks so much shit, but every time he gets into a bad situation, he is Captain P.I. He always gets in flag for pass interference. Yet he talks so much shit. Yet it's like, dude, how many pass interference calls do you draw? Tons. Stop fouling people. Just because their stats are worse doesn't mean you look better for getting pass interference.
I don't think... With Jalen Ramsey, it's tough. He's physical. I think he gets the benefit of calls a lot at home, because it seems like when you're the home team, they let you play more physical if you are physical. So if this were in Jacksonville, probably wouldn't have been called pass interference. There's a lot of questionable penalties in this game. A lot of questionable penalties all over the NFL. But the Giants scored almost as many points against the Ravens as the Bills did. They didn't even play they didn't even play the Ravens.
I guess that's true.
Ravens, 47, Bills, 3.
Oh my god.
Pretty fucking bad.
I'd say all I can say against Buffalo at this point.
Are the Bills the new Browns? Hot take.
Might be.
Maybe. Chiefs, 38, Chargers, 28. If you don't have Tyreek Hill in 3 of your fantasy leagues, like I do, sucks to be you.
Man, he is good. They're both good teams. I think next time they play each other, it could still go either way. But man, how about Mahomes?
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
He's got an arm.
He might be the best quarterback Andy Reid has ever had to start off with.
No.
Yes.
No.
When it all gets said and done, yeah. Again, this guy is only in his second year.
I'm sorry. I need to see more from Pat Mahomes to say that he's better than Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, it's obviously not clear right now, but I'm telling you, with the talent this guy has right now, and with all those weapons that are around him, he's going to put up monster numbers this year.
Okay.
He is the breakout player of the year.
I remember I was so high on him last year.
Yeah, I know. But they didn't put
You were absolutely right.
They didn't sit Alex Smith, so what are you going to do?
Oh. The next game, Broncos-Seahawks. 27-24 in favor of the Broncos.
Yeah, I was wrong on this one. Broncos looked good. Seahawks looked bad.
Keenum is definitely an upgrade from Paxton Lynch. There is no question.
Peterman's an upgrade to Paxton Lynch.
Listen, don't go jumping off the bridge just yet.
Listen.
Paxton Lynch has not been as bad as Nathan Peterman.
Because they didn't let him throw.
Right there's an improvement.
Like, all right.
They knew a weakness, and they didn't allow him to do that. The Bills are aware of a weakness, and they still are naive to it.
They're not naive. He's trying to do that.
Oh, God damn it.
Not Peterman. Peterman's not trying. Sean McDermott's trying. He's like, listen, we got this really bad quarterback who throws interceptions left and right. We have a guy that we need to get in soon and get the fans behind. But Peterman, you're in.
Embrace the team.
That being said, though, I think the real hero of the Broncos team was Von Miller again because, man, did he feast.
I'm going to disagree with what you just said a minute ago, O'Shea. The Seahawks looked like shit. The Broncos looked like shit. The game looked like shit.
It was a defensive game.
They both looked terrible. And I would not be surprised if neither team wins a game for the rest of the season.
All right, that's a little much, but I
Hot
would say
take.
that they are mediocre at best. I'll give you that.
They
throws 3 picks. Russell Wilson throws 2 picks.
They're terrible. Next game, Redskins 24, Cardinals 6.
Cardinals are terrible. Sam Bradford is booty.
And do you know what's going to happen? They're going to put him in for the next 2 games again, and then they're going to boo the shit out of him. And then, oh, what do you know? Here comes the chosen Rosen.
Yep.
All 4.
Rosen by week 6, definitely.
Yep, I agree. Panthers 16, Cowboys 8. A better game than the score shows. The Cowboys had a really hard time getting past midfield, but it was entertaining to watch.
I'm going to disagree with you there. I did not find it very entertaining.
Maybe for you.
Dak looks bad. How many average games are we gonna see from him? Is this his new normal?
I don't think
you're,
so.
You're the Cowboys fan, Dan. How worried are you?
How worried am I in terms of Dak or in terms of the Cowboys season as a whole?
I guess both.
I'm not so worried about Dak as much as I am about the Cowboys season as a whole, because it was obvious with Ezekiel Elliott not playing well. They're missing Travis Frederick. They're missing, what's his name?
Yeah, your O-line's beat up. Yeah, that's
the tackle, Chaz Green, he was at least serviceable. Connor Williams, it looks like he might get there. He's not there yet. The Cowboys, and Zach Martin's not doing too well, and Tyron Smith is oft injured. So that means the only reliable person on the offensive line is La'el Collins, who has a history of bad penalties. So that's what I'm worried about.
You got to get that fixed because that O-line is not looking like what's to be expected of you guys.
No. And they'll get there. Connor Williams is going to get good. He has shown flashes of how great he's going to be. He's also shown that he's a rookie.
Yep.
All in one game. Dak Prescott usually
needs to take some risks.
I don't think Jason Garrett is letting him.
Well, then Jason Garrett
needs to fucking go.
He's going to need to take some risk, or he's going to be risking it in the unemployment line.
Jason Garrett needs to go. All right. I think Dak Prescott he's had a safety blanket so far in Dallas where if there's pressure coming from the left, he can roll out to the right and he's got room to go. He doesn't have that now with the injury to Travis Frederick and Zach Martin coming off an injury as well. So it's difficult because he can pretty much only go back and hope he can outrun whoever's coming at him. That's not his fault. That is the fault of the team. Again, Ezekiel Elliott didn't look good at all. He looked bad. We all know Ezekiel Elliott's good.
But that's also a factor of the offensive line being in shambles.
Exactly.
So
that's why I'm not concerned about Dak Prescott. I'm concerned about the Cowboys as a whole.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
We can move on.
All right. Do you know who I am concerned about? The fans of the Chicago Bears after what happened Sunday night.
We should all be concerned. But, again, The Zeus